tell me that he left these guys right here for these guys right here? These guys? Come on. Zaldangerous? More like Zaldain sellout. You know what I'm saying? Just shoot. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! It's a whale! 9/11.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, which I'm assuming there's probably going to be some new people here because of this, because this is kind of a hot topic right now. I am Oklahoma's worst angler, and welcome to the channel. Now, the intro there, bottom line that I'm going to tell you guys right now, I don't care. I'm actually very excited to see what Zaldain comes up with, what he does with Googan, and good on him. Good on him for doing this. You know, this is, I think this took the world by storm in a sense. A lot of people, we kind of saw hints at it, and not just leaving, Megabass for Googan, but also going to 13 Fishing and using their rods and reels, their equipment. And to be honest, leaving Megabass, the guy's made a lot of money for Megabass, which is great. I still think and I still believe that he is going to still throw the mag drafts. He's still going to be throwing the big swim baits. He's known for that. But, for him leaving them, he was on BTL this morning. At the time of me filming this, he was on BTL this morning, and I was listening to him, and I got nothing but respect for the man. Because, the one thing that he's kind of hinted at is the fact that it was going to be extremely difficult for him to have any kind of creative control with Megabass. He wants to design baits, and you can't knock him for it. I mean, the guy knows a lot about fishing. He knows a lot about baits. And then you got the guys that, come in there, well, how many checks does he cash? And how many trophies does he have? And who cares? The fact of the matter is, the man is making a financial decision for himself and for his family, and he made a damn good financial decision. That's it. I like Chris Zaldain. I like him a lot. I like his style. I like to watch him fish. I like his videos. I like what he and his team put together. Coming from a guy that absolutely loves to create content and loves to fish and likes to swing the big stick and throw the big baits, I like everything about the guy. I mean, he's from Texas. That's whatever. But, everything about the guy, ever since I was first introduced to him, I've been a fan. And what gets my goat, and this is where, I'm going to do a little bit of, pissing and moaning myself here at the guys that are pissing and moaning at him leaving, is how are you going to knock a guy who is literally just making a living fishing? Okay? I heard a really good analogy today. There was someone commented on BTL and they said, I would rather go make 150 grand a year working for GM than making 75 grand a year working for Ferrari. And I think that right there was one of the best ways to put it, And Chris has said, and I'm not trying to put words in his mouth, I'm trying to say the stuff that I've heard him say, that I've seen him talk about. He has said he absolutely still loves Megabass, loves what he was able to do, loves their products, but what he's excited about with Googan is the fact that he is now going to be able to have product development capabilities. And honestly, kudos to Googan for doing that. These guys, Googan, the whole shebang, geniuses. Freaking geniuses. They're smart, and they're bankrolling. They are bankrolling, and everyone that wants to hate on Googan baits, y'all think that I'm a Googan hater. Not a Googan hater. Not a Googan bait hater. There are guys on the Googan squad that I don't care for. I have made that very clear. I've made that very, very clear in past videos. In the past, I've talked about that. I have said there are certain guys that I do not like. There are certain baits from them that I do not like. But not once have I ever knocked the entire Googan squad or all of their baits. Never have. No. Haven't. If I have, give me a timestamp, show me the video, whatever. The fact of the matter is, they are smart. They are geniuses with marketing. They've done an extremely good job at marketing themselves, their baits, and also just feeding off of the hate. Feeding off of the hate, I mean, you literally can't do anything but just tip your hat to these guys and what they're doing and what they have done. Okay? Now, I'm not wanting to talk about Googan Squad or anything like that. I just want to give you guys my thoughts on Zaldain making this move, and again, why I think it's just a smart business decision, and I'm extremely excited for him. I'm excited to see what he can come out with. You know, like, because some of the Googan baits have been hit or miss. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, in my opinion, there are some hit and miss ones there. Okay, but they have made some very good stuff, and they have changed the industry. There's no doubt about that either. Now, don't get me started, and I don't want to hear it in the comments, or you can put it in the comments. I really don't care. But don't get me started on this whole, like, knocking off other companies. Do not get me started, because I will make another video, and I'll start bringing in a few other companies that have very similarly built off of somebody else, but because the fact is that their name is not Googan, all of a sudden they're not included in that. They're excluded. They're completely null and void from that argument of, you know, being a knockoff company. I don't want to talk about that. I did a video over that. I talked about that. And for you guys that want to bring that up, if you didn't watch the end of that video, at the very end, my point of that video was, who cares? Fish what you want to fish. Okay? But, you know, these other companies that have very similarly, you know, made baits all of a sudden that are very eerily familiar to other baits that are already out there, the fact that they don't have the black and green, they're not Googan, they don't get called out for it. But they want to call out Googan for copying other baits. That's, again, besides the point. Here I am. I said I want to talk about Zaldain and give you guys my thoughts, and I'm sitting here talking about Googan. But with that being said, I think it is extremely exciting to see what he is going to do, what he's going to come up with. And as far as like going to 13, the amount of hate that's out there, guys that are sitting there saying like, don't try and tell me that 13's as good as Megabass, you know, the Megabass rods. You can't tell me 13's as good as Megabass. He's not saying that. The dude has never said that once. He has not said, you know, 13 fishing rods are by far better than Megabass rods. He has not said that. One thing he said this morning, he said one of the first rods that 13 gave me was one of the, I want to say it was the Omen swim bait rod. No, it wasn't the Omen. It might have been an Envy. Either way, 180 bucks. He said they sent me a couple. They sent me an 8-foot stick, $180 price point, and he said it was the best $180 swim bait rod he's ever used. He didn't say it was the best swim bait rod. He didn't say that, you know, the Envy line is better than Megabass. I don't think he's going to say that. Whether they are or they aren't, he's not going to say that, because the fact is he still has love for Megabass. But the fact of the matter is he made a financial decision. He is getting paid better. He's looking out for himself and his family and his future. And all you guys that want to go in there and piss and moan and say, you know, sell out, whatever you want to call him, that's your prerogative. Go for it. But the fact of the matter is, I mean, the dude's going to be laughing at you all the way to the freaking bank. You know, oh, he's never won a trophy. Okay. Guess what he's doing? He's doing what we're not doing. He's fishing for a living. That's what he's doing. He is fishing for a living. He is making money going and fishing and traveling, and that's what we're not doing. Well, most of us. I mean, there might be some of you guys watching this that do that. I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I am, again, very excited to see what he can come up with and what he can do. And I'm excited to see how, you know, the breakdown works, you know, with him using this new equipment as well. I mean, he said that he took the Concept Z out there and took it out in salt water and just torture tested it. You know, he's talked about that plenty of times and said, you know, he didn't clean it and, you know, worked flawlessly, was great. Cool. All we can do is take him at his word right now. And as far as I'm concerned, Chris Zaldain at his word is pretty darn good. Okay? Again, I don't see him going out there and just trying to, you know, completely take over and just say, you know, like, this stuff is the best. This stuff is the best for him right now financially. That's the bottom line. That's what it is. This is the best decision right now for him financially. And good on him. Good on him. He seems excited. He seems reinvigorated. I think just the simple fact that he is going to have creative control now and be able to make baits and help design baits, I think that's got him reinvigorated. I think it's got him excited. I think that, you know, he's got a brighter future, dare I say, a brighter future with Googan than he does with Megabass. You know, and he kind of alluded to as much. Now, I don't remember exactly what he said, so I'm not going to try and quote him or even paraphrase him. But he alluded to that as much in his interview this morning on BTL. And again, I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. I'm excited for him. I again find it quite comical when guys are out there and just like completely bashing the guy. Completely bashing the guy for leaving Megabass and, you know, going over to Googan. I think it's freaking hilarious. Now, if you think that he is not going to be throwing a mag draft, if you think that he's not going to be throwing a 110 and he's going to be throwing a scout instead of a 110, you're out of your freaking mind. You're out of your mind. And these guys are fishing, and they're fishing for a living, and they're fishing for not just the trophy, but the check. They're going to throw what is going to catch the fish. That's how it is. Now, a lot of guys that watch live, you know, I've seen other guys, you know, catch a winning fish on a certain bait, but then when they had their interview, they're saying they used something else. They're saying they used what their sponsors have given them, or what they're supposed to be throwing. It all comes down to what we all want to do. We want to catch fish on what works. And then we want to catch fish and get paid for it. So, again, Chris Zaldain, hats off to you, dude. Congratulations. I think it's awesome. I think it's freaking great. Again, I'm not a Googan hater, at least the baits. There are some guys that I don't like on the Googan squad. 100%, you know. And I've had personal interactions with these guys I don't like. So that's what it is, you know. I don't care for some of them, but the ones that I've had personal interactions with, I don't like them. Don't ask me who in the comments. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. Whether you ask me or not, I'm just going to tell you exactly what I'm telling you right now. I'm not going to get into it. So, that's that. Bottom line, Chris Zaldain, Galdang sellout, sold out, and he's making a lot more money. And he's got, again, in my opinion, most likely a much brighter future with Googan, with, you know, 13, and the fact that, you know, he now has, well, I don't know about 13, but as far as Googan goes, you know, with creating baits, having, you know, some creative control to help design, and who knows what they're going to come out with, you know, next as far as Googan goes. And again, that kind of comes back to the whole, like, oh, we're just going to have, like, Megabass knockoffs, blah, 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 blah. Okay, all right. Well, guess what? There's plenty of other companies that are knocking them off. But the fact is that because it's not Googan, they don't get called out. So I have nothing left to say about that. I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, I mean, I say I'm going to wrap it up, but I think the reason, if you're still here, the reason behind my rant is the fact is that, like, again, I've seen guys talking about this. I've seen the swim bait community talking about this, and it just literally gets guys up in arms. And again, they're sitting there saying, you know, like, there's no way that you're going to tell me 13 is better than Megabass, you know, and like Googan baits are better than, you know, Megabass baits and blah, blah, blah. You know, I mean, it's just, it's dumb because People are attacking a man who is literally just working. He's making his living doing this, and he made a financial decision. In my opinion, I don't know the whole deal. This is all my opinion, but he made a financial decision that was better for him, that worked out better for him, for himself, for his future. And guys want to sit there and just drag his name through the mud because of it. And I think it's pretty petty. And again, for us guys who literally fish and don't get paid for it, you know, or just sit back, you know, and type on the computer and, you know, type on their keyboard and blah, 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 sell out, you know, piece of crap, whatever it may be. Keep being miserable about it. But again, the dude is cashing a much bigger check now. There is no doubt about that. And that new boat looks absolutely dope. So that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done talking about this. Thanks for watching. I don't know if I was trying to roll 2 cameras. I don't even know if it's going to work. So if you see me talking over here and then it's just all right here, whatever. So thanks for watching. I'm gone. I'm done. I got more videos to shoot. I got to shoot a trash or pass. I got to shoot trash or pass over the clay bait, water vole, and baby muskrat. So how come nobody told me my strings were uneven this whole time? Whatever. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I'll see you next time we're on the water.